What's up guys? So I've watched Avengers for like the third time this week. Twice in one day actually. For yesterday I watched it in Genting and in Tropicana. We went to Genting because my sister wanted to buy the tickets. Couldn't get any tickets in KL or anywhere near KL because it's fully booked, of course. So she decided to go to Genting instead, because Genting you can't really buy online. So you have to buy it there, and also not a lot of people will go there to watch that. But for some reason today it was super difficult to get up to Genting. It was like we made so many wrong turns, and like, I don't know what was happening, but it was like really a real challenge to go up there to watch Avengers End Game. Before I went to watch the Avengers first time, me and Fahim actually surprised our other friends, Shikin and Asha, because they didn't know that he was coming back to watch with us. Actually, I also didn't know until like I think 2 or 3 weeks before the show. I think we surprised them at McDonald's. Are you guys ready?
Oh my gosh. I'm not.
Wait, what do you guys think it is first?
I don't know, I'm shaking!
Shaking? What do you guys think it is?
I think it's Fahim.
Why do you think it's Fahim?
Because like Thanos, you said
And also, there's another one. He's watching Avengers with us. I actually recorded my reaction for the first time I watched it on Thursday.
Avengers! Woo!
Who do you think will die?
I don't want to say. I say later, I'm sad.
I think Iron Man will die. I really think Iron Man will die. Hey, where's Joshua joining us?
Paradigm.
What time is he on the way already?
Yeah, he's on the way already. He went home to change and then he'll meet us for dinner lah.
Oh.
Sleepy, sama. I'm legit sleepy right now.
How can you be even sleepy for Endgame? How can you even be sleepy for Endgame?
I've been here since 7 tau.
Huh? Hey! Okay, good. My friends say they cried. No! Yeah. Actually, I've never seen him cry before in a movie. Is it? Because most of the movies is like this weird shit. Yeah.
God, no, there was one movie we watched together and you teared up a bit. It was like super emotional.
Okay.
For sure, I remember.
Really?
Yeah. God. And then we were like, oh my god, it can be right.
Logan.
Logan. Was it?
Nah, I don't think it's Logan.
No, I don't think so.
You teared up?
Yeah, for sure.
Jungle Book. We made it, dude. The MVP here from Cardiff. Yeah. That's such a nostalgic moment to watch Endgame with them, because I remember last time in Cardiff we used to like walk all the way from like Cardiff City to Cardiff Bay. The distance from there it took about what, 15 to 20 minutes to walk. I think the first movie we ever watched together for an event, for a Marvel movie, was I think probably Civil War. And honestly, I'm really happy to have been able to watch that Endgame with them first. It's just like it feels right, it feels right. Even after the second or third time watching it, I still think it's amazing to watch. I feel the first hour, some people would think it's very slow. I think the first time watching it, I was fine with it. I didn't think it was slow at all. But second, third time, maybe you would feel slightly slower, because it's more of like showing the grief that the superheroes are going through. I think it's necessary lah. The first 15 minutes, they just straight away pick up from where they left off. Like once Iron Man gets down, and then Robert Downey Jr. produces like one of his best performances as Tony Stark. That scene when he's back from space, and he's just yelling at Captain America, and I love how everything ties up. Like he brings up what he said in Age of Ultron.
We can bust arms dealers all the live long day, but that up there, that's the end game. How are you guys planning on beating that? Together. We'll lose. And we'll do that together too.
It's just so rewarding if you have watched every show. And right after he faints, they straight away head towards like Thanos. And in just like what, 5 minutes, they kill him off. Like Thor just chops off his freaking head. Even though I kind of anticipated that they're gonna beat Thanos in the first 1 hour, but I didn't think that they'll beat Thanos in like the first 15 minutes. No, right after they kill him. At first, I actually thought that it was like maybe like Thanos was using the reality stone to like trick them or something, but it turns out no, because straight after that it goes like to a black screen saying 5 years later. It just show like New York like totally quiet. There's nothing going on, and then they are like having like all those support groups. All those scenes make the characters seem so real, seem so relatable. You just feel something for the show straight away. Like Ant-Man is like the key to the whole thing, right? So Ant-Man gets out. Of course, a bit convenient in the way that the rat, like for some magical reason, was able to choose the combination of buttons to get him out of the quantum realm. It picks up from that, and then from then on, I think it gets more and more exciting. And once they get to the time travel, it's just so nostalgic, especially when you go to like 2012 Avengers and you see that circle scene, and then it's just like, oh my god, like it just brings back so much memories. I just love it. I think the character that had the best scenes were of course Captain America, because of course the Russo brothers directed the Winter Soldier, right? So there was exactly a scene that was just cut right out of the Winter Soldier, which was the lift scene where he enters the lift with all the same, almost like the important ones were all in that lift where they attacked him in the Winter Soldier. And then instead of him saying,
before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
he instead like, you know, tricks them, and then he says the best line ever.
It's okay. Trust me.
After that, Captain America fights the past Captain America. I love how like the past Captain America will say, I can do this all day, and then he's just like, yeah, whatever. I love that. I feel for Captain America right now, because of this, because of Endgame, it just makes me think that Captain America's love story is like one of the sweetest in the whole MCU. When he gets into that room, Peggy's office, and then he sees his picture there, and then he sees Peggy, and he just looks through that window at her, and then you can just, I just feel Chris Evans is such a good Captain America. Like, embodies Captain America so well, because you can see through the way he looks at Peggy that, you know, he feels, he wants to talk, he has that longing to talk to her, to be with her, but he can't because he has a duty for the world. It's such a quiet but a powerful scene to me. The Boromir scene, which was the Soul Stone, and Natasha and Hawkeye get to that place, and then you just, to me, I kind of predicted that Natasha would kill herself, will be the one that to die. You see, like for Marvel, right? When you compare Marvel to DC right now, like when you watch Batman vs Superman, some people wouldn't even remember that Superman died in that movie, and I remember not feeling a single thing when he died. Whereas for Marvel, when Black Widow died, compared to Superman, she's such a small character. But the movies have made her such a big character, such a character that you can actually relate to. Like when she dies, it's just so sad, and I feel that that scene was so like heroic in a way, like both of them like fighting to kill themselves. It was dramatic, I think, and kind of cheesy, but it made sense, and it delivered what I wanted to bring, which was
whatever it takes.
When Nebula and War Machine gets to I think it was Morak, in 2014 to get the Power Stone, and for some reason they had Nebula in the past and Nebula in the present have the same connection or something, so they actually both of them could see whatever they were projecting to Thanos or projecting to themselves to see. So Thanos in the past knew that the Avengers is now from the future, is in their universe to get the stones to get back whatever the present Thanos has done. Yeah, so it's kind of confusing to talk about. Past Nebula to prove her loyalty to Thanos, and goes back to the present time to open a portal to bring back Thanos. And just when Hulk was going to snap his fingers to bring back everyone, the ship goes through the portal, and then all of them are there. I mean, it's kind of lucky that Thanos did just straight away just shoot a freaking missile before he snapped his fingers, but Hulk gets to snap his freaking fingers, and then it's like you kind of feel like, oh shit, did nothing happen? But you suddenly see the animals as well, like, you know, not animals, you see butterflies, and like there's a bit of noise, and then of course Hawkeye gets the call from his wife, and then yeah, it's like really quiet, and then you know, like, oh shit, they did it. And then just when Ant-Man says I did it, a freaking missile just whacks into the freaking Avengers headquarters and it just blows the freaking place to smithereens. And then at first I really thought Ant-Man was dead. I really thought Ant-Man was dead, really. So, but anyway, that leads to the greatest ever superhero fight I've ever seen, or I will ever see in my lifetime. Like, Thanos, he knows that the Avengers are gonna go for him. He just sits there to wait for them, and of course the Holy Trinity will come to find him. Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. The Thor, I love how they never made Thor skinny throughout the whole movie. He was just fat the whole way through. Even when he got when he gets the Stormbreaker and Mjolnir, he looks so awesome. But I feel like him being fat and all, it looks more like a Norse god instead of, like, you know, having a fit body. I feel like normally the Norse gods would be like fat and strong lah, basically. And that leads to the big then Thanos just says that, you know, I'm not going to repeat what I did to eradicate like 50% of the population, but I'm going to like eradicate the whole population and create a new population that actually appreciates what they have. But yeah, and then they start fighting, and then it's just like all your like inner child just like comes out because of that fight. Not even I would have thought of such amazing fight scene, but yeah. And so like Thanos is just so strong compared to the other three, and then he's about to like push the axe into Thor. You actually see the axe kind of go into Thor a bit, and then you see the hammer float. When I saw the hammer float, I thought that it was going to fly to Thor or something, but it hits Thanos, and then it just swings back, and then Thanos looks to the other side, and fucking Captain America grabs the fucking hammer. Oh my god, every time I see the scene, like 3 times in a row I've seen the scene, it never ceases to amaze me, because every time I see the scene, I'm just like, I want to scream, because like they have been teasing us with that since Age of Ultron. I mean, they have already teased us once, which is in the Age of Ultron, where they're like in the after party scene where they're trying to move the Thor hammer, and then he actually moves a millimeter of that hammer, but this time the hammer just swings to him because he is finally worthy to carry that, to lift that freaking the hammer. And then he just goes at it at freaking Thanos. He just beats the shit out of him, but it was still not enough. Beats him up and then breaks his shield into half, and then just swats him away. And that shot where like Thanos has the whole army, and then it's just Captain America there looking, like facing the whole army. Like Captain America, even though he's compared to the other two, he's so much weaker, but of course he's the one that can do it all day. Just when you watch the fight scene, right, you kind of forget that Hulk actually snapped his finger. You just kind of forget about it, and then suddenly in his comm you hear Sam calling him, and then Sam says, "On your left." Then the portal opens, and then you see Black Panther walk through, and that theme song kicks in, and then all the freaking heroes come through. And when Spider-Man swung through, I was like, oh my god, shit, it looks so good. I mean, like, and finally Captain America just says,
Avengers! Assemble.
Just like, ah! It fulfilled all my expectations. Like last time when we watched Civil War, right, when you see the airport scene, it's just like, you think that, wow, shit, that was amazing, but this one just like makes the airport scene look like a freaking kindergarten fight. And when Iron Man sees Thanos put on the gauntlet, and then he looks at Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange gives him that finger like one chance. Iron Man knew that it had to be him lah. So he grabs all the Infinity Stones, and then Thanos says, "I am inevitable," and he snaps. But nothing happens because all the stones are with Iron Man right now. And then he gives the best line ever. He says, "I am Iron Man." You flicks the freaking thing, and then he snaps the freaking fingers, and then the Thanos' whole army along with him just disappears. I thought it was really good that at least when he died, it was sadder because you're so used to Tony Stark giving all his witty quips even though he's in serious danger, but this time he is like so critically injured, he can't even speak. Again, Tom Holland scenes with him and Tony Stark so well, because when he comes and he cries and then he's like, we won, it's just so heartbreaking. But I feel Pepper Potts could have sold it more. I mean, she did well, but I love what she says to him. We're gonna be okay, you know. If we're gonna be okay, you can rest now. I know like that's more like in reference to the first Avengers incident, like he has been having difficulty sleeping because Thanos has always been his head. To me it feels more like the MCU telling Robert Downey Jr. that, you know, thank you for everything. Right now the MCU is gonna be okay. Even though you leave us right now, everything's gonna be okay and you can rest. Captain America has the most fitting ending. I mean, he goes back in time to live out the rest of his life with Peggy. He gets married and then he grows old, and then he passes on the Captain America title to Sam Wilson. It just completed the character arc of both Iron Man and Captain America so well. Because it was great for Iron Man to sacrifice himself, because he was the man that sacrificed himself for the whole world, even though he had a family and everything. Like in the first Avengers, Captain America and Iron Man is like arguing, and then Captain America says,
The only thing you really fight for is yourself. You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play, to lay down on a wire and let the other guy crawl over you. I think I would just cut the wire. You know, you may not be a threat, but you better stop pretending to be a hero.
The rest, he proved whatever Captain America said in the first Avenger wrong. Like, when you see Captain America dancing with Peggy, it's just like, oh my god, it's so sweet. I feel it's like finally he finally got to have the dance with Peggy after 70 freaking years.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I had a date.
He finally got the freaking dance with her. I mean, this whole movie, like, there's so many times like I cried. The MCU is just amazing. If they were to not make any other movie after this, I would be fine with it. Like, seriously, the Russo brothers are like the Doctor Strange. Out of 14 million ways they could have ended this, the Infinity Saga is what they call it right now. I think this was the only way they could have ended it so perfectly. When Iron Man came out, I remember when I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer, and then my sister was the one who told me to watch the Iron Man trailer, and then she told me that, oh, it looks shit. It doesn't look like gonna be good. And then when I watched the trailer, when I was young, I thought it actually looked okay lah. But I think that time I was more like the type that would take on anybody's opinion, right? So I was just telling myself, oh yeah, I just agreed with my sister. I just said, oh yeah, actually it was super shit. But actually, to me in my brain, I was like, oh, actually look okay lah. I mean, yeah. And my dad decided to take me to watch it because he said he wanted to watch it, so we watched it. I remember when I was watching it, I was like, wow, this show is really funny. Like, I've never seen a superhero movie that's made me laugh so much. And then, yeah, and I've never seen a superhero that revealed his identity to the whole world. Like, when he said I'm Iron Man and everything, I thought, wow, that's like really something new. And I didn't stay for the post-credit scene because I didn't know that was gonna happen. My sister was the one who told me about it, and then of course my sister loved it as well, right? So my sister told me that, oh, did you stay for the post-credit? I was like, no, like what happened? And then she told me that, oh, there's gonna be like an Avengers kind of thing.
Mr. Stark, you become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Who the hell are you?
Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Huh.
I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
Oh shit, I didn't know much about the Avengers, to be honest. I knew more about Justice League then, and I was more familiar with the DC characters. I think most people were more familiar with the DC characters because they were more embedded in our pop culture at that point in time. Like, and also like they had great cartoons like Batman animated series. Justice League was amazing. Yeah, and I mean, in the first phase, I think that Iron Man 1 was the best. Iron Man 2 was kind of like filler. I didn't really like it. Thor and Captain America were enjoyable to watch, but it was never like, wow, shit, that was amazing. It was never like Iron Man 1. To me, I think and then when it came to Avengers, I remember when I first saw the trailer, I was kind of like disappointed in a way. I was disappointed. I was kind of like I had really low expectations. When I saw the trailer, I was like, wow, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think this is gonna be that great. I think it's gonna be quite a failure or something like that. But I was super wrong, because when I watched it, I was like, it was the best. Because you know, like last time they always like to say that Batman Returns was bad because there were too many characters, too many villains. Yeah, and so I always had a thinking, which is Avengers, there were more than one superhero, and how are they going to like balance it out? How are they going to make each hero have their own great? How are they going to make a good story around it? Basically, they really like, I don't know how they did it, but they made an amazing movie which was never seen before. And I think Joss Whedon is one of the best choices they made, because Joss Whedon was great with like having like a bunch of strong characters together, having like great interaction. He was the perfect fit. If Avengers would have failed, I don't think we would have got the Endgame.
We won.
All right, hey. All right, good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day. You ever tried shawarma?
And then they move on to Phase 2. Phase 2, I think the movies were mostly kind of great. I mean, like Captain America 2 was mind-blowing to me, because I never thought Captain America could have been that cool. And and of course that was the first movie from the Russo brothers, and they made Captain America such a great character, and his action scenes until today, I think out of all 22 movies, I think Captain America is for sure top 5. For sure top 5 fight scenes I've ever seen. When I watched the Red Redemption and Red Redemption 2, and then the choreography for the Red Redemption, I was like, wow, it's like amazing. And they bring that choreography into Captain America. It's just so amazing. I remember the scene that made me like, whoa, shit, this is gonna be lit, was when at the beginning, when Captain America goes on sneaks onto the boat, and then he just runs and kicks this guy away, and just see him fly like a fucking bullet. Like, I was like, whoa, shit, that looks like that. Captain America is no joke, man. Captain America 2 for Phase 2 was the best. Phase 3 was when all the movies were above average. I think that the Marvel Universe, the things they do is that they don't have great stories. What they have is great characters. I think the most important thing that you need to have in any show is to have a good character, because stories repeat themselves most of the time. You rarely have a very original story. But if you have a good character in any story that you watch, you will want to watch more of the character, and that's what Marvel does best. Which is why in Endgame or in a lot of Marvel movies, you enjoy the scenes when they're not in costumes, when they're just dressed in regular clothes. You are still compelled to watch the show. You still love the show. In Batman vs Superman or in any DC story, I think when they are in their normal clothes, you just don't give a flying fuck about anything, because they're just so shit. They're just so badly written. They're all so rushed. And only after Batman vs Superman, they've decided to put more emphasis on building a compelling character. And also, I feel that the directors that they hire take the risk to hire directors that are unknown. Captain America, Russo brothers. I think Captain America was maybe one of their first movies they have ever done. But yeah, that was like one of their first movies, and they made such a great superhero movie. And after that, they just knocked every single movie that they touched for Marvel out of the park. James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy, almost everyone's favorite as well, and they direct it according to their style. Like James Gunn, his shows are more colorful, and then they're more like angsty in a way. Like, yeah, and then whereas Taika Waititi, the one who directed Thor Ragnarok, the only good Thor movie, solo movie, his is something like James Gunn. It's colorful and everything, but he's more on the improv.
Voice activation required.
Thor.
Access denied.
Thor, son of Odin.
Access denied.
God of Thunder.
Access denied.
Strongest Avenger.
Access denied.
Strongest Avenger.
Access denied.
And I feel that works perfectly with Chris Hemsworth, because actually Chris Hemsworth is like, he's actually like comedy genius. I feel like he's actually really funny. To me, I think the reason why Marvel has been able to continue their Marvel Cinematic Universe until Endgame, I think in large part they should also thank DC and Fox. Without them, people would have gotten like superhero fatigue like maybe 4 years ago. They give a variety in terms of superhero movies. Like DC, or even though their superhero movies are never great, but they're different. So when you watch it, it sounds bad, but when you watch a DC show, right, you appreciate what you have from a Marvel movie in a way. And after 20th Century Fox decided to do R-rated movies, I think that they have given us another type of superhero movie with Logan. When they gave Logan, I was like, wow, this movie is such a great drama. It's like it's kind of like The Dark Knight. That movie used the R rating so well because the violence is there for a reason, and it makes the movie's message even stronger. Like it's not gratuitous, it's nothing. It's just something that makes the story even better than what it was. Deadpool, the violence as well has a reason for it. The violence in Deadpool and Logan is so different. The violence in Deadpool is more of a comedic kind. These movies helped Marvel in a way to get to this point in time which we have right now, which is Endgame. That's why I get kind of worried for like the next saga that they want to do, which because Disney is buying everything right now. They're buying. They just bought 20th Century Fox, which right now means that they have X-Men and they have Fantastic Four. I think they would really nail Fantastic Four, but I don't know whether Disney would ever want to make like a R-rated Deadpool or R-rated whatever movie. I'm just scared that that there won't be much variety. Now only DC is gonna come out with their own superhero movie, which is kind of sad. Silver lining is we get more heroes in the cinematic universe. That's all. But yeah, I mean, Endgame is a it's really an event because in April we have both Endgame and Game of Thrones, and both also have a big fucking war scene and everything. I just think that Game of Thrones has a really tough act to follow. So all in all, watch Endgame for sure. I'm gonna watch it maybe another 2 or 3 times if I can. I hope you guys liked my insight on the Marvel Universe, Endgame, and surprisingly DC and 20th Century Fox. Hope to see you guys in the next vlog. Please like and subscribe. See you.